Hello there viewers, welcome to this tutorial video of Fiber Optic Calculator. It is an app built for fiber optic technicians who work in the field with fiber optic cable, coupler splitters and stuff like that. Yeah, so let's get into it. So yeah, here are some of my version highlights for version 2.3 actually. So I'm going to just skip ahead, and this is the onboarding experience for new users. I'm also going to skip this and this. Alright, so the first thing I want users to do is go to the settings and sign into your accounts. I'm going to sign in with Google here. Alright, now that we are signed in, I'm going to connect my Google Drive account, and as you can see there are no networks here because I have backed them up on my Google Drive, so I'm going to restore them from my Google Drive. And yeah, we have our networks restored. Also, I would highly recommend users to go buy the ad-free subscription, which will give them a better experience overall because of no pesky ads. All right, let's skip this for now. All right, so let's get to the main functionality of the app. I will create a new network here, network 4. All right, let's get into this network. And now I will configure the OLT first of all, because it's the first component in any network. So I will set some nodes. Let's say OLT of area Y. Area Y. Yeah, this. Then I will set the output power to dBm 9, and I will set margin of 2 dBm, let's say. And for the wavelength preset, I'm going to use a 1310 nm preset, and default ODF loss and other network wide defaults can be set here as well. Also for the geospatial strategy, I'm going to select auto and with fixed slack of 10 meters here, which is 0.01 kilometers. And for the output port, let's go with the orange port here. All right, let's hit update. And as you can see, I have to hit update manually every time I change something in a node. I will go to the settings, and I will turn on the auto apply node updates feature here, which will automatically save everything that I do or change here. All right, wait a second. Yeah, it's set to 9 dBm. I think we didn't update the values properly last time. Let's set it to 2, and yeah, that's it. All right, so now we will add our first component. Let's add a coupler. The configuration, let's set it to 595. You can set the default coupler values from the settings as well. If you go to the engineering defaults for new networks, this will like create, whenever you create a new coupler, it will be for the default size. Like you can add any coupler that you mostly use in that defaults as well. So yeah, the first coupler has been added. One more thing I wanted to show you is line interaction mode, which is in the top right corner below the refresh button. If you click this option over here, you can add components in between. For example, let's say I had a coupler and then I wanted to add a joint here, which later got introduced due to a cut in the fiber optic cable or something like that. So yeah, I can add components in between as well. And okay, let's continue with our network creation. I will add another coupler on the through port of this, and a splitter on the tap port. And yeah, let's create one more coupler here, and let's add an end device. And also here I'm going to add another splitter, and then another splitter, and then another coupler, and then another end device maybe. Just wanted to show you that if we uh, pass the threshold, like if we go beyond the threshold, then it will highlight that node with the red color. So yeah, this is one of the handy features to have as well. Also you can set field nodes into each of your splitter, coupler, and another nodes as well, right? So you can set the splitter as end splitter, something you want to remember the splitter by, or let's say if I want to set something for this coupler, I can set it as maintenance or loss. I can set a loss tag here, which there is a possibility of loss here, so I'm going to set it as loss. Also this update later. Okay, I'm going to set it like this. Now why I did this field nodes and everything is because I wanted to show you my next feature, which is the searchability of the nodes. Now I can go here and search for loss, and it will highlight that coupler which I tagged with loss marking here, right? So this is something you can tag your components with and then later search them based on this. It is very handy when you have a network of hundreds of nodes, right? So right now this network is pretty small, so it doesn't need that feature. One more thing I can do is go to the configure sheet and capture geolocation. First I'll give it the permission and then I'll capture the location again. Yeah, and this will capture the geolocation of node. You can either capture geolocation of each node individually, or you can set them in the map view later. Okay, so I have shown you the search functionality and everything, so let's get into the map view next. In the top right corner, if you can see between the share button and the setting button. By the way, the share button will help you share this network with your colleagues or your friends or anyone else you want to share this network with, this entire network creation. You can also share the network from the dashboard view if you click the three dots and share via WhatsApp button. All right, so let's go to the map view. Okay, the map initialized at my OLT's location. So yeah, let's place all the components by clicking the list button here. Okay, the first thing we are going to place is our joint, which was, yeah, there. Then our coupler, then our splitter, and then our splitter on that. So what it does is basically it will follow one line to the depth first, and so it's a depth first approach type of thing. So it will go to the depth of first route. Okay, as you can see, the red color highlight for the ONT, which was below our power threshold limits. So here too you can see that as well. Let's add a coupler from here, right? And okay, I can readjust, drag the nodes to readjust their locations as well. Now you would say the lines usually don't go straight, right? So for this, what we have here is route edit mode. If you see in the top right corner, I'm going to enable the route edit mode, and I will add two route edit points here, and I'm going to drag them away to readjust my route. So this is something you can do to make sure that the routes are as per your actual routes, or how your cable is routed, right? So this is one of the handy features to have. You can also delete a route point by clicking them again. Yeah, so now that we have some basic setup done over here, what I'm going to do is show you one of the interesting feature here in the map view. So I'm going to click on the OLT. Okay, wait, we set our geospatial strategy to auto calculate the GPS location, right? So as you can see here, we have the distance in kilometer. Now there are two distances mentioned. One is from previous node and another is from the OLT, right? So for each node you will see two distances. One is from the previous node and one is from the OLT. So let's see how much distance. Okay, so our farthest coupler is around 2.44 kilometers from the OLT. Now let's keep this in mind while I move for the next step. Also, one more thing you can do is, if you're not very comfortable with the kilometer readings, you can go to the settings, and in the localization and measurement, you can change the units to, let's say, miles or feet or kilometers or meters or anything you want. So I'm going to set it to miles for now. All right, it is set at miles. Now we can go back to the map view and I will show you the interesting feature here. So I will go to the OTDR fault locator feature, and then I will enter the OTDR readings for a fault location. So let's say I hit 2000 meters here and hit the locate button. It will show me an approximate location of where that fault might be. Now this traces the location based on my routes and how this location's length is calculated. Also, if you want to manually, let's say, make sure that this is not the right amount of cable, then you should go back to the settings of transmitter and then just switch back to manual mode, and then you can edit that distance as well. So let's say instead of 242, I am going to set it to 3 miles. Okay, and this will in turn also change how my map figures out where the fault might be, right? So if I go to the OTDR and hit 2000 meters again here, then yep, the fault is detected much earlier, right? So instead of adding slack factors, you can manually configure the cable to your own lengths, right? Because between each node you may have different slack factor, right? So yeah, this is one of the features as well. So now I will show you around. I think we are done with the network view here. This is pretty much it for the network. Some of the other features we have is in the main dashboard. If you see in the top right corner, we have an color code assistant where you can enter the number of the code and you will get the color of tube and the fiber. So for 12 it's this, is for 13 it's going to be this, for 46 it's going to be this. So yeah, this is another one of the handy tools that the technicians might use. And one more thing is you can also switch from power units from dBm to meter watt, milliwatt, sorry. And as you can see, this is being calculated based on the logarithmic formula that we have, right? And yeah, this is pretty much it. Also in the settings view you have a configured loss table where you can manually edit all the losses for each coupler and everything. If you have the experience with this and you want to change it to better suit your networks, then you can change the loss table for each and every coupler that you have, right? And you can also share this loss table with your friends to make sure your colleagues and your entire team has same loss tables in their accounts as well. And yeah, this is pretty much it for the fiber optic calculator. And if you want to support me, you can click the support developer sheet in the top, and you can buy ad free subscriptions, or you can just buy me a coffee, or maybe send me a feedback via button over here, which will uh, sure take you to a Google feedback form. Or you can go to the settings view and come down here in contact Aurabyte Studios, and you can send me an email based on if you have any suggestions here for me, or you want to, let's say, uh, share any bugs or issues with me. Then yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching this tutorial, and I hope you have a great time using this application, and I hope that I was helpful to you through this application.